at Morsad. Today's reading is called The Secret of the Seed. Question: Master Teacher, are we Black Asiatics? Answer: Well, beloved, let me say straightway to that question, no. Question: That's it? Just no? Answer: Let me explain the origin and use of that word pertaining to the American Negroids. It was introduced in the wilderness of North America by one man they claim was half original. Question: And who is that person, Master? Answer: A man they called W.F. Muhammad, or Master Farad Muhammad. Even Wallace D. Muhammad they claim was from Arabia, born February 26, 1877 A.D. Question: What does that have to do with Asia or Asiatics? Answer: Please let me finish. Back in the 1900s, a man came on the scene. His real name was Arabic Wali Fa'ad Muhammad, and he started Arabic teaching the American Negroids a strange new doctrine of Islamism. Question: Such as? Answer: Well, let me first tell you of two very important men who were influenced by this stranger. The Prophet Noble Jew Ali, born January 8, 1886, the founder of the Canaanite Temple, later became the Moorish Science Temple in 1914 AD, and the other was the messenger Honorable Elijah Muhammad, born October 7, 1897 AD, the founder of the Voodoo Temple, later became the Nation of Islam around 1930 AD. Question: I have heard of both of them and read their teachings, yet how? Answer: Wait one moment, beloved. You see, both of these great men used Asiatics in their teachings, and it's from that same stranger both of them related their roots to Arabia and Mecca. Like this, in the lesson given to the messenger Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you must have read these questions and answers. 1. Who is Allah, Supreme Black Man of Asia? 2. Who is the original man, the Asiatic black man maker owner? So you see the use of Asia or Asiatic by them, and the stranger referred to himself as the Prophet W.F. Muhammad at the end of their lessons. Later his followers called him Allah in person, so to them he was a supreme being, black man from Asia. Question: I remember reading something like that. So he was from Arabia, they claim, or the East, and that made him Asiatic? Answer: Well, that is when the problem comes in. They did not speak Hebrew or Arabic, nor did his follower look this word up to Arabic, nor did his follower look this word up to find out what it really means. You see, there is no way the Prophet Noble Jew Ali or the Messenger Honorable Elijah Muhammad or W.F. Muhammad could know that in the year 1953 AD, the two genetic scientists would decipher the human genome, the chromosomes, the double helix, and count that humans have 24,000 chromosomes. Question: What does that have to do with my question? Answer: You see, what they discovered was in actual fact, human beings have 3 separate trees of life. Question: Trees of life, Yanun? Answer: Yet 3 separate genetic DNA roots not related originally, and make the Adam and Eve story of the Bible and Quran not true. They were not the very first human beings on this macabre planet. Question: What you mean that's a lie? Answer: Well, not exactly. They existed, yet not the first. In fact, only 6,000 years back from the year 2000 AD. Adam was born June 6, 3761 BC. Question: Who else was here before them? Answer: Well, son, that is what deciphering the DNA has proven. The 3 trees of life are: the first tree, Homo naledi and Homo habilis, and that is the root of all and every black person wherever black and brown germ are on earth. The second tree, Homo denisovans and Homo florensis, and that is the root of all and every yellow person or Asians, wherever yellow germ are on earth. The third tree, Homo cro-magnon and Neanderthals, and that is the root of all and every white person or Moirapu European, and when the creators from Pleiades wanted to remove the Cro-Magnon, who were uncontrollable, they grafted and made a new hybrid people called Basque, to send the woman who the male Cro-Magnon raped, and in time no procreation led to the end of the Cro-Magnon because the Basque female were born Rho negative. and if a positive male mated with her, her womb would kill the fetus. So the originals was the three trees from which subbreeds has come forth. Question. Wow, that is deep, Master Yanun. So what about the Adamites you teach of? Answer. Well, son, that is another story. You see, another group of extraterrestrials they saw as their god, Elohim or Allah, came back to Earth 50,000 years back from 2000 AD. They were from Arcturus star system, Job's chapter 9 verse 9, seeking good, gold, and they became known as Anakites and Anunnaki. They were tall black persons as seen on the stone walls in the Middle East. Well, their own refused to work the gold mines of South Africa up to Mamlahia, Ethiopia. So they decided to make a primitive worker from people of Homo naledi and Homo habilis and their own DNA. So after 42,000 years of the 6th, 7,000 year, they grafted and made a man Adapa called Adam from one of their own DNA, Nud Imud or Inki, Yahweh, and a male of the Kuthite people of Wadabi, and they grafted and made his mate a woman, Titi, called Eve, from one of their own DNA, Ninchursag or Ninti, and a female of the Sans people. This was the Adamites, only made 6,000 years ago. And when you hear me speaking of those who received the curse of leprosy by way of Utnapishtim or Ziusudra, Noah in Bible, Genesis chapter 9, verse 25, his grandson Canaan, son of Hamam, Ham, born albino and mixed seed with Moirapu Europeans to become pale Adamites. Yes, before you ask, there are two Adamite people, originally ruddy, dark reddish brown, and unoriginal ruddy pinkish lepers, the son of Canaan. Leviticus chapter 13, verse 1. Question. Okay, Baba, can I call you that? Answer. Yes, it only means father, son. Question. So, Mukmanu blacks are not Asiatic blacks? Answer. As I stated in this opening, no. You see, it's all about your DNA. Minsabat, genes. Mikdabat, chromosomes. Mignanat, genomes. Not what you call yourself now. In Hebrew, Asiani equals Asia or Asiatics. In Arabic, Asiyui equals Asia or Asiatics. And also make note of these words and meanings. And if you don't find these words, Asiatic Asia, as you hear and see right here, nowhere in the Bible or in the Quran, no mention of Asiatic black man. Question. So what is the meaning and who are the Asians? Answer. Listen to this and don't believe me, look this up. Asia is the largest continent in the Eastern Hemisphere. 17,400,000 square mile population of people called Asian or Asiatics, not Murabu Arabs, not Africans, not East Indians. That is to say they are of Denisovans and or Homo florensis, or their own tree of subgroups who share the exact same DNA. Forget the public names Chinese, Koreans, Japanese are all of the same DNA. And that includes all those in America claiming to be Native American tribes or Indians. They sailed over from Asia eastward to America and became tribes, Japanese in South America, Chinese in Middle America, Koreans to Canada and Alaska. That is who all of them are by DNA, which includes Aborigines and all the people living in the Pacific Islands, Philippines, Polynesians, Vietnam, Malaysians, Thailandese, Mayan Marians, and Indonesians. All of them are of the Denisovan Homo florensis DNA, and that also includes all of Russia, who was called Mongolia, who have the original Mongoloid 47th chromosome from Esau, conjoined twin of Jacob, or Edom, red one, who mixed his DNA with all kinds of people hybrids. All and defected his Mignonat genes, and many of his offerings were deformed. Question. Wow, Pops, you mean? Answer. Wait, I'm saying the only people on Earth who are Asians or Asiatic are of the second tree of genes, Denisovans and Homo florensis, not Homo naledi or Homo habilis of Africa and America, before they separated. And that included Arabia, which was called Kushan, Hebrew Strong's number 3572, Kushan from Hebrew Strong's number 3568, Kush or Kush, Ethiopia. So America, Africa, and Arabia were all one landmass and one people, Black's DNA. Question: what about Middle East? Answer: that is funny because they want to hide this fact. Ethiopians, as they call Cushites, Bible, Genesis chapter 2 verse 13 onto Genesis chapter 10 verse 6. You see a man called Nimrod, Genesis chapter 10 verse 8. His real name is Nimarad and En-Merkar. This black man, this Ethiopian, founded the Middle East that included Is-Dubar, called Shinar or Shumer, Mashmaria, Sumeria. So the Anunnaki came down there in Erech, which is now Iraq, and Ahura Mazda, and Anunnaki came down in Susa or Shushan, called today Iran or Persia, also founded and originally inhabited by Cushites. Many tribes by Nimrod. That is what Moirapu Europeans don't want you to know. There was no Euro people in Persia until the Greeks invaded and took over and now claim to be Iranians. Question: so it's wrong to call our race Asiatics? Answer: yes, that is the actual fact. So because of race mixing, you do have mixed seed of all people today the world over. Yet, the secret word is Zira, Hebrew. The aliens only made covenants with our original seed. When you read the Bible, Genesis chapter 15, verse 13 to 15, and Quran chapter 3, verse 33, Genesis chapter 17, verse 6 through 8, from Genesis chapter 3, verse 14. Question: so we're Adamites too? Answer: you mean Evites, seed of the woman, and we're the seed of the serpent. Ezekiel chapter 29, verse 1 through 3. You see, verse 3, the Egyptian is called dragon. Ezekiel chapter 29, verse 10 through 12. Why you are all over the world, seeded lost tribes of Ishmaelites, Gedad, the original Morabu Arabs, and lost tribes of Mushsasu Israelites, Judah, the original Hebrew. Now I found you all. Question: so exactly, Master Teacher, what or which tribe are Iwi Negroids? Answer: you don't need a Bible or Quran tribe Ranan name. You predate both Madat books, and in fact, they don't have the originals, only what they made up and claim originals, and the year 2000 AD was the year the Bible and Quran would expire. There is nothing in those Madat books that can help you today. Question: why Baba Yanun? Answer: because the race of devils, the pale Modamu Adamites' 6,000 years dominion, ended in the year 2000 AD. Note, they are self-destructing themselves. They are infighting, and their ability to procreate is diminishing year by year. It's the end of their world, the new beginning of our world, our next 24,000 years from 2000 AD, which was 6000 AC. We now watch them fade away with their fake false religions given by the draconian, the three frogs called Jewishism, Christianism, Islamism. Revelation chapter 16 verse 12 through 14, Revelation chapter 12 verse 7 through 9. Question: you stated the secret word is seed? Answer: yes, that is the actual fact. Seed and what it really means. In Hebrews, Strong's number 2233, Dara, and when you look it up, you will find seed, prosperity, bear from Hebrew Strong's number 2232 and 2224, yield. Conceive as in Genesis chapter 3 verse 15. The woman's seed, you see it's the embryo matau sperm or manam semen descendants. It's also in Arabic as bizrat or zuriyat, seed or offspring. So when you read in Bible, you see the Mudgaru deities, by which every name or attribute was only dealing with one seed of Muzwalu people, not every other seed, race, gene, DNA, chromosome, only that seed. Genesis chapter 4 verse 25, Genesis chapter 9 verse 9, found many times in Bible as in Genesis chapter 6 verse 18, that is Noah's seed. Genesis chapter 6 verse 9 through 10, Shem, Ham, Japheth, all black men. And also you see that Genesis chapter 10 verse 1 through 14. So that was the special seed of people, the black nappy-haired people. Then on to Genesis chapter 15 verse 18. That is Abram of Abraham, and his seed only. Genesis chapter 14 verse 13. and that is Hebrews, Ishmaelites, Israelites, black people before they were raped and mixed with Mulbanu, white people. Question: why is that important, Master Teacher? Answer: simply because of those who think that they can convert by the Madat words in books, and that makes them under the covenant of the Muzyadu Hayen Matat, extraterrestrials, or Mudgadu deities they call Mugdad God. No, no, no. You must be of the seed, the DNA of the person the covenant was made with. Question: words in books? Answer: yes. The Torah was given to Dahutimus Moses, third night, third month, year 1460 BC. The Hebrew Strong's number 8451, Torah, that is only the 5 books, Genesis chapter 24, verse 12. Not all the other books or the Talmud, the Zohar, or all the other books made up by Moirapu European converts. They are not covered under the covenant of Noah and Abraham, or the woman's seed of descendants, say Matau, sperm, and Hadat ovum. They are pretenders, or in the case of a half Benjaminite called Saul, who changed his name to Paul, Baal, and said he had a vision with a ghost who said he was Jesus, Matthew chapter 24, verse 4 through 5, John chapter 5, verse 43. And then this man violated what the real Yeshua's is said to have said, Revelation chapter 5, verse 5, and said he was only sent to find that lost tribe, John chapter 1, verse 11, his own, and found them, Luke chapter 15, verse 6, and made it clear, Matthew chapter 10, verse 5, do not go to Hebrew Strong's number 1471, Goyim, Gentiles, heathens, the Greeks, Romans, and Europeans. Yet this man, Paul, did just that. Converts people not of the seed called the Christians. It's in vain. They are not under the covenant of Noah, Abraham, or the woman Eve. They are not descendants, just pretenders. And the real Yeshua's only book was Revelations chapter 1, verse 1, or the Evangel, one book, 22 chapters. All the other books, letters, are by the hands and minds of men after Yeshua's, not of him. And this also happened with the prophet in Arabia, Ahmed. His only book was the Quran. It originally had 120 chapters, yet a non-Arabian who was from Mafrasia, Persia, named Abdul Kaaba, later changed to Abu Bakr, father of the bright morning, early morning. Because Ahmed, or Prophet Mustafa Muhammad al-Amin, saw how pale white he was as a descendant of the Greeks who took over Mafrasia, Persia. This man took over al-Islam at the death of the black Arab Muhammad and made himself the Khalifa successor. And he was not of the seed. Muhammad himself is said to have said, after me, 3 generations' genes will not be of me. That is clear not of his DNA genes seed. And because of how Muzwal men after Moses changed things, appointed other than the seed, the same as Paul did, Abu Bakr, see the world of Jewishism, Christianism, and Islamism in chaos, unprotected in al-Islam. These men keep stepping up, making claims to lead Muslims, do this, do that, and the Christians or Jews of European descent kill them the same. With Christian leaders, each claim their Jesus is coming during their time. Most are dead and gone, same for Jews, waiting on Elijah, and their Messiah has not come, while these 3 frogs fight and kill one another. Question: then who is it? Answer: you mean, was it the only true Al-Mahdi was born in Nubia of the seed of Muhammad by his only living daughter Fatima and Ali? This man, Muhammad Ahmad ibn Abdullah, born 1845 AD in Africa, and African Mukmanu black man. The Europeans tried to mix their evil seed in Sudan after they did in Makmat, Egypt. Yet he stopped them, pushed them out. So that is why I said the secret word is seed. We must protect our seed, not to get the mark of the beast or the genetic mark of the cursed seed, as you see happening today. Sabians, we must protect our seed from the cursed seed of the devil. John chapter 8, verse 44, Yeshua looked at them. he being a Mukman black man of the tribe of Levi by his mother and Judah by his father, and note Judah with Kedar. As you see in Jeremiah chapter 14 verse 22, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are Hebrew Strong's number 6937, Gadad, black-skinned, and in Arabic, Gaydar. They have the same meaning. So Judah and Kedar together. Question: so the real people of the Bible or original Bible and Quran were blacks, Israelites of Judah, and black Ishmaelites, Kedar down to the Quraysh tribe of Arabia? Answer: that is the actual fact. And Arabia was called Hebrew Strong's number 3572, Kushan, the second Rasay land of black, from Hebrew Strong's number 3568, Kush, Mamlahiyah, Ethiopia, black-hued, and Mussolini tried to take over Ethiopia to mix the Roman Italian seed with the black seeds of Ethiopians. Yet he failed and was defeated, pushed out. This was attempt repeat as the Romans Italians took over Libya in the past and spread their seed or the genetic marker, mark of the beast, the same as did the French in Tunisia and Algeria, and the Spaniards of Spain did in Morocco with the French's help, took over and mixed their seed, and the Hittites. The Turks did it in Makmat, Egypt, and the British did it in Mavradia, India. The list is long, each with their own new made-up version of what Thutmose Moses received, Sanan Ray Jesus received, Ahmad Muhammad, and received the converts, destroyed the original doctrine, and replaced them with what is propagated today as the teaching of Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. Imitation teachings by pretenders, not of the seed. So the Asians or Asiatics are and was of the Denisovans and Homo florensis, used in the Bible, Genesis chapter 2, verse 8. Hebrew Strong's number 6924, Gadem, eastward. Also it is called Hebrew, Asiyani, Asiatics, Asians, Arabic, Asiyui, Asiatics, Asians. These are not found in the Bible or Quran as a people, so to conclude, my people of Musabat Sabians, no, we are not Asiatic black people. Question: Master Teacher, what about other races? Answer: Beloved, that is my point. People of all races existed thousands, even millions of years before the Bible and Quran existed. People spoke their own Lahagat languages, dialects, before Hebrew and Arabic. So they, meaning Jews, Christians, Muslims, are deceiving you into thinking Hebrew from Phoenician, as well as Aramaic and Syriac and Ge'ez before Amharic, Nabatic. Also know there is a difference between original Arabic, Acts chapter 2, verse 11, and the Arabic that the Persians who took over the new Christian sect, now called Al-Islam, people called Muslims, created a new form of Arabic other than the tongue. Quran chapter 19, verse 97. That is, Prophet Muhammad spoke his own tongue, Quraysh Arabic. So the new Muslims after his death made a new Arabic you see today. In this version of Quran today, with some parts remembered things like this, Quran chapter 19, verse 97. So Allah is saying the original inspirations of the Quran was sent down to Ahmed Mustafa Muhammad al-Amin in his own tongue, his own dialect of the Arabic Lahag language, which already existed before he was born, the 20th of August, the year 570 AD, because his own father's name was Abd Ilah, ancient Arabic from Hebrew and Arabic, who existed before the 9th month, 19th day, the year 610 AD. The date and time 3 a.m., when Prophet Muhammad first started to receive the Quran for 23 years from 610 AD, onto the 8th day of the 6th month, the year 632 AD, to 7:35 p.m. when he died. So my point, son, is the Arabic that is in the Quran you're holding right here is not the original tongue of the Quraysh tribe, who are traced back to Kedar, son of Ishmael, and Mariba, the son of Abraham and Hagar. Question: so this is not the original Quran? Answer: that is an actual fact, and not the original revealed order or the original tongue. It's been into a form of music called tajweed, taritil, and made very difficult to read or pronounce to distract the reader from the many mistakes and confusion in that version. So, when you try to translate it, it's a trick. They who took over and set it up. Question: but why, Yanun? Answer: you see, most Muslim or Muslims today do not even speak Arabic. And those you think are speaking it, such as Arabians, Egyptians, Libyans, Sudanese, Moroccans, Algerians, Yemenis, Jordanians, and Tunisians, are not. None of them speaking word for word the Arabic in that Quran today. Not one of them each has their own tongue or dialect they speak. So they don't really know what the Quran is really saying. Yet the first thing they do is ask you, do you speak Arabic? As if they mean Quranic Arabic, to say you don't understand the meaning of Al-Quran, when in actual fact they don't understand or overstand the Arabic of the Quran they hold and can read the new vowels and marks, yet not understand word by word what it really means. So it's like learning to read masak, music. You learn the symbol and how they sound. That is what they do and did. Remember, only 10% of the Muslim Maqrat world claim to speak a form of Arabic, their own dialect tongue. Now, as to the other 90%, they spend their lives trying to learn Arabic first to read. It sounds just like a music sheet. Next, they think they're speaking Arabic, when in actual fact, all they're really doing is thinking in their own Lahag language. Like if you ask one of them, what does kitab mean? They will say book. So in fact, they're replacing the sound kitab from the sound book that they was told that kitab means. They never ever really are replacing their own language for the Arabic language and the Arabic's meanings. Question: wow, that is deep, Pops, but... Answer: wait a moment. You also have many Muswal people around the Maqrat world who use the Arabic letters yet speak their own Lahag language, such as in Nigeria, they speak Hausa, or Turkey, they speak Turkestan, or Iran, they speak Farsi, or Pakistan, they speak Urdu, and others you think they are speaking Arabic when they're not. So you see the Sawab truth, they have not one original Quraysh Quran, just as the Torah and the Evangel, none of them have the originals. Don't believe me? Check this out. A word game. Question: and it all leads back to our DNA? Answer: that is an actual fact. The Torah, Evangel, and Quran were sent down to those of our Salal race from Moses to Muhammad. Yet we had Tarabat cultures, built Marat at pyramids, and Maqdash at temples, long before these books that don't go back before 1460 BC with Moses. And his life began in Afafra Seka, Africa, and Egypt, and his learning, Acts chapter 7, verse 22 to 23. So in fact, it all came from Muqmatu Egyptian doctrine. Well, let me close for now. An interview with Pa Nabab Yanun, Wadu Marsal.